Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a technology that might just offer a powerful solution, especially for businesses. We're going to look at how it's really shaking things up in the enterprise. We'll focus on key areas like getting new people onboarded, speeding up knowledge transfer, and even changing how businesses actually manage their projects.
And the insights we're drawing on today, they come from Kandas. Kandas maps out several specific ways GenAI can step in. First, think about streamlining onboarding for new hires and automating knowledge transfer.
Okay.
You can use things like intelligent chatbots.
Right, instant answers.
Exactly. Or AI-driven learning paths, kind of customized for the person's role.
Personalized, yeah.
And AI providing real-time support during that initial onboarding phase. Plus, think about self-service knowledge transfer portals.
Like a smart FAQ.
Sort of, but more powerful. Powered by GenAI QA bots that can actually find specific answers buried in huge amounts of information. Then there's requirement gathering. Business requirements.
Always a tricky area.
For sure. GenAI can take raw meeting notes and automatically structure them into proper business requirement documents, BRDs, or even user stories.
Wow, okay. That saves a lot of manual effort.
Huge amount. And it can go further, translating those business needs directly into technical specifications.
Bridging that gap between business and tech.
Precisely. And for business proposals, document automation. Imagine GenAI helping draft entire proposals, solution ideas, even presentation decks.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it can also generate initial project timelines, estimates, maybe even resource plans. And it can offer real-time suggestions for improving the project as you go. And one more area, cross-functional collaboration.
Okay.
GenAI can translate complex technical jargon into language that non-technical stakeholders, like executives, can easily grasp.
That's huge for alignment.
It is. And it can even analyze feedback, like from surveys on onboarding or business initiatives, using sentiment analysis to give quick insights.
You get a pulse check much faster.
Exactly. But Kandas also adds a crucial point here. Data governance.
Yes. Security and control.
Right. You absolutely need enterprise-level control over the AI's outputs. Things like data anonymization, access rights, that's critical.
That's a really compelling picture. Now, Kandas gives us a great specific example, applying this to GenAI-powered onboarding knowledge transfer for new joiners into an agile Scrum project.
A very common scenario.
Right. So for anyone maybe less familiar, Scrum is this popular agile framework for complex product development.
Yeah.
How does GenAI fit into that already dynamic setup?
Right. So Scrum itself is fundamentally a lightweight framework. It's designed to help teams create value by adaptively tackling complex problems.
Based on transparency, inspection, adaptation.
Exactly. Those empirical pillars.
Yeah.
And the heart of it is the Scrum team, usually small, like 10 people or fewer, cross-functional, self-managing, and it's made up of specific accountabilities. A Scrum Master, a product owner, and the developers, all working together on one goal. No hierarchies within the team.
Okay, so given those specific roles or accountabilities, how could GenAI boost things?
Yeah.
Especially for someone new stepping into one of those roles.
Great question. Let's break it down by role. First, the developers.
The ones building the product increment each sprint.
Correct. They're committed to creating that usable increment. Now imagine a new developer joins.
Okay.
GenAI could instantly give them a personalized tour of the code base, maybe summarize key past architectural decisions automatically.
Wow.
Or even translate existing user stories into code skeletons for common patterns used in the project. That really speeds up their ability to contribute to the sprint backlog and meet the definition of done.
Gets them coding faster and more effectively.
Much faster. Then you have the product owner.
Right. The one focused on maximizing product value.
Exactly. Their job is all about managing the product backlog effectively. A new PO could use GenAI to say, quickly synthesize piles of customer feedback into clear potential product backlog items.
Okay, drafting item.
Or even help draft an initial product goal based on analyzing market data.
So it handles some of the mechanical work.
Right. It frees them up to focus on the truly strategic parts, ordering the backlog, making sure it's visible and understood, not just writing everything down.
Makes sense. And the third role?
The Scrum Master. Their focus is on establishing Scrum and making the team effective.
The facilitator, the coach?
Kind of, yeah. They serve the team, the PO, and the organization. So, a new Scrum Master. They could use GenAI to quickly spot recurring impediments by analyzing team communication logs, maybe anonymously.
Interesting. Data-driven insights.
Or GenAI could suggest different techniques for running more productive Scrum events based on the team's history or general best practices.
Like a coaching assistant for the coach.
Exactly. Helping them guide the team towards self-management, cross-functionality, maybe even assisting in planning wider Scrum adoption in the company.
It's really easy to see how someone could ramp up so much faster in these complex roles. Scrum Master, PO, with that kind of AI support. It's like having an instant project historian and a personal tutor combined.
That's a good way to put it.
And within Scrum, you have these formal events, right? 4 of them within each sprint.
Correct. All the work happens within these events.
So how might GenAI touch these events? Again, thinking about maybe a new team member trying to get involved quickly.
Yeah, good point. Let's take sprint planning. That's where the team figures out the work for the upcoming sprint.
Can be overwhelming for a newcomer.
Totally. So GenAI could provide instant summaries of what was committed to in past sprints, maybe automatically clarify the details of specific product backlog items being discussed,
Okay.
or even suggest initial ways to break down tasks based on how similar work was done before, helps them join the planning conversation meaningfully right from the start.
Got it. Next.
The daily scrum, that quick 15-minute sync up for the developers.
To inspect progress towards the sprint goal.
Right. A new developer could use a GenAI tool to get a rapid overview of what the team discussed yesterday, any blockers raised.
Catches them up instantly.
Yeah, so they can participate effectively in adapting the plan for the day. Helps them get the pulse of the sprint quickly.
Makes sense. Then, near the end.
You have the sprint review. This is where the team shows what they built the increment to stakeholders and discusses what's next.
Right, inspection and adaptation based on the product.
For someone new, understanding the context of everything being shown can be tough.
For sure.
GenAI could generate quick summaries of the features delivered, maybe link them back to the original requirements, even highlight key stakeholder feedback trends from past reviews. And finally, the sprint retrospective.
The last event. Looking back to improve.
Right. Focused on increasing quality and effectiveness. How did the team work together? Processes, tools, interactions, the definition of done itself.
GenAI. It's clearly not just some abstract idea anymore.
No, it's becoming very practical.
It's a powerful, hands-on tool for cracking some of those really tough, long-standing business challenges. We've seen how it can transform onboarding, knowledge transfer, requirements, proposals.
And especially how it fits within structured ways of working, like Agile, Scrum.
Right.
And what's really key here, I think, is that knowledge itself, its value comes from being understood easily and applied effectively.
Yeah, not just sitting in a database somewhere.
Exactly.